Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. Last time we ran around San Gimignano. No, sorry, San Marco. And we collected everything we needed to collect there. The footage, the glyphs, the feathers, all that jazz. And this time, we're going to be continuing the story. Do you want to build a snowman?
I think we have the wrong building.
No, this is it.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Messer Ezio. Annetta speaks quite highly of you. I can see why.
I appreciate the kind words, Madonna.
Ti prego. Call me Paola.
Thank you for offering your home to my family, Paola.
It was the least I could do. You must be tired. Perhaps you'd...
No, grazie. I can't stay.
Why? Where are you going?
To kill Umberto Alberti.
I understand your desire for vengeance, but the Gonfaloniere is a powerful man. You are not a killer, Ezio.
Spare me the lecture.
But I can make you one.
And why are you going to teach me how to kill?
I'm not. I'm going to teach you how to survive. Come.
Well, let's learn the ways of the courtesans.
Discretion is paramount in my profession. We must walk the streets freely, seen but unseen. You too must learn to blend like us, and become one with the city's crowds. My girls will show you how.
Okay, it's super simple. All you do is you just walk into a group of 2 or more people.
You can practice
you'll blend
with
in.
me anytime.
Super duper simple. All we have to do for this mission is simply just follow Paolo. It's not too bad. This mission can be a little tricky, depending on like how the groups of people are ordered, or like appear rather. You can also blend in by sitting on benches, that kind of thing. They're just hiding spots. In 1, I don't remember being able to blend into groups like this. I remember being able to blend into like scholars, and then some of the scholars follow wherever you go, and some have like a predestined spot. But if you hold A, like you slow down, and like people don't look at you as much because they think you're like a scholar praying or something. But you don't really have that option in this game. It's stealing from people, and be careful with that because sometimes you can fast walk, and then you end up stealing from people, and then people will fight you, and then that causes more attention. So be careful with like the fast walk steal thing. You want to take it slow.
Where do you think he's from?
Especially through like crowds like that. You want to just like let go every once in a while when a crowd's like looking at you. As long as you can like break the eyesight, you should be fine. I do like going from big group to big group without like really causing too much of a disturbance or like suspicion on me. Then we're gonna sit down here and hopefully wait for a group of people that will appear. I don't know why I couldn't get the 2 monks to work for me, where like you could just walk into the group and then have it work that way, but it's fine. Ain't really that big a deal, honestly. Now we're just gonna walk right around this corner and continue following Paolo. She's gonna walk down this alleyway, which should lead back to La Cosa Rosa or something. Casa Rosa, Solta. I don't know. Whatever. The red loose house, probably. I don't speak Italian. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm talking about. This place, her house. You know what I mean? Her little courtesan area. And unseen, you know what I mean? Like a child. Blend in to become invisible to the guards.
Bene. Now that you've learned to blend, I'll show you how to use it for more than just moving around. Let's teach you how to steal.
Oh, I already know how to steal that. I could just walk up and just, you know, touch my ass. Or the not ass
from
part.
Someone, Ezio. You mustn't linger.
Somebody!
Yeah, well, I'm gonna steal from like actual people and not the working girls who are, helping me out. I'm gonna steal from like the peasants who are minding their own goddamn business, and I'm like totally mugging them.
My purse is gone!
No! My money's gone! Can anyone help me?
You can go now, girls.
Oh, do we have to? So innocent.
He's cute. Now that you have learned how to approach the enemy, we need to find you a suitable weapon.
What would you have me use?
Ah, but you already have the answer.
Hey, my father's blade and bracer. How did you get them?
By using the same skills I've just taught you.
It's not exactly in working condition.
I assume you're familiar with Leonardo da Vinci.
See, but how does a painter factor into this?
He's far more than that. Bring him the pieces. You'll see.
Before I go, one last question, if I may.
Of course.
Why have you given your aid so readily to me, a stranger?
I too know betrayal.
Well, if he's much more than just a painter, then maybe our father is much more than just a banker. I don't know if those two thoughts really coincide together, but I'm going somewhere with this. See, I was curious about like the burn on her, and I wanted to read a little bit about her, because sometimes they actually do have, excuse me, stuff. Sorry, Rosa Colta, that's what it was. I thought it was Salta for some reason. I was like, loose? That doesn't sound right. But I want to know about like her burns, and so I wanted to look up into her. I was curious. But yeah, you can always pause and read that. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it. I just wanted to be like, I wonder what that was all about. I don't know if Paula was a real person. I'm not 1,000% positive. Like Leonardo da Vinci, real painter. There are real people. Like, we're gonna be meeting a lady later on, Caterina Sforza, who was a real person. But like, the auditories aren't necessarily real. I don't think. Like, I don't think Ezio was real. I think maybe Giovanni was. But I don't think... I don't think his brothers were. See what I'm saying? Like, there's some, like, discrepancy from what I was able to look up.
Oh, Ezio Auditore! I didn't expect to see you again. What with all that's happened. Ah, where are my manners? Welcome back. Now, how can I be of service?
I was hoping you could repair something of mine.
Of course! Come, this way! Che pasticcio. Tutto santo giorno che cerco. Let me clear a space. Alright, let's see it. Fascinating. I don't know, Ezio. Despite its age, the construction is rather advanced. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm afraid there's not much I can do without the original plans. Mi dispiace. Wait.
What are you doing?
The contents of this page are encrypted, but if my theory is correct, based on these sketches, it may very well...
It may very well what?
Please, sit.
Leonardo, eh?
Shh. Remarkable. If we transpose the letters and then select every third... There! It's finished!
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene. Do it quickly.
I was only having fun, Ezio. Though the blade once required a sacrifice, it's been modified. You can keep your finger.
Incredible.
Yes, it is. Tell me, do you have other pages like this?
I'm sorry, only the one.
Listen, if you ever do happen across another one of these, please, bring it to me.
You have my word. And thank you for fixing this.
By order of the Florentine Guard, open this door!
Just a moment. Wait here.
Are you Leonardo da Vinci?
See, how may I be of service?
I need you to answer some questions.
Certainly. What seems to be the trouble?
A witness claims to have seen you consorting with an enemy of the city.
What? Me? Consorting? Preposterous.
When was the last time you saw or spoke with Ezio Auditore?
Who?
Non fare il finto tonto! We know you were close with the family. Perhaps this will help to clear your head. Ready to talk? What about now?
I like that we just let him get kicked 3 times without doing anything. I like that he mentioned that it was modified and not that he modified it. Which is probably explains why Giovanni doesn't have a missing finger.
Grazie, Ezio.
Sorry about that.
I've grown accustomed to their abuses.
What of the body?
Bring it inside and put it with the others.
Others?
The city gives them to me for research.
That's a concerning statement at first. Yeah, others? Hold on. So this is the only time in the entire game where we get to check out Leonardo's workspace. His little sanctuary. We get to walk in with a dead body that was lovingly donated by the militia, by the guards here. And we can see like his artwork that he's been painting, or like even I believe we got to see like some of his sketches for like inventions and stuff on the walls that we'll be seeing right here. And then even like some of his like inventions and maybe even like anatomical stuff. It's pretty cool. Da Vinci is literally my favorite artist of all time. Like Renaissance artist is Da Vinci.
Thank you, Leonardo. For everything.
Anytime. And remember, if you find more of those strange pages, bring them to me. Should they contain new designs, I will upgrade your blade as well.
Of course. Now, I really should be getting back to Paola.
Porgile I miei omaggi.
Yeah, he's my favorite, but it's not because of like his artwork. I mean, his artwork is great too, I guess. But I liked him more for his like inventions and stuff. I like his like designs and his like anatomy and science stuff. Oh, they're pretty cool. So now we have a weapon, and this is what I meant by like having a weapon is a little easier to pick up everything instead of just punching all the guards and throwing them off building stuff. Having a way to counter and defend ourselves is super duper useful. So yeah, now we have a weapon. Super duper nice, super duper nice. On top of that, we can blend. And on top of that, we can give him any of the codexes that we find. Every 4 gives us a health boost, I believe. And the more we give him, the more damage our hidden blade does. So, because he like upgrades up as you progress. So, keep in mind we should be collecting as many codex pages as we... Oh, we're going to collect them all, actually. We have to.
You were gone for quite a while.
Leonardo likes to talk.
That he does. But I trust he did more than talk. I've given you the skills. Leonardo's given you the blade. All that remains is the deed.
Where can I find Umberto?
According to my girls, he'll be attending an unveiling tonight of Verrocchio's latest work. It will be held at the Santa Croce cloister.
Watch over my mother and sister while I'm away.
Of course, Ezio. As if they were my own.
So, yeah, I have a habit of putting down my controller. Oh, you see, you know what? I was supposed to edit this out. And and put the new one in. But I guess it's probably a good idea that I didn't, because sometimes I put down the controller and I forget to do
You were gone for quite a while.
the interactions.
Leonardo likes to talk.
That he does. But I trust he did more than talk.
See, that's what's supposed to happen.
Impressive.
I'm rather fond of it myself.
I've given you the skills. Leonardo's given you the blade. All that remains is the deed.
Where can I find Umberto?
According to my girls, he'll be attending an unveiling tonight of Verrocchio's latest work. It will be held at the Santa Croce cloister.
Watch over my mother and sister while I'm away.
Of course, Ezio. As if they were my own.
So yeah, I don't know what's up with games at this time period, but having like quick time events during like the middle of unskippable cutscenes was really big during this stretch of a period of games. I remember like one of the funniest ones, or at least one of my favorites, is not Assassin's Creed, as Spider-Man 3. In it, I think in the opening mission, you're like in a burning building or something, and you're supposed to save someone. But if you don't do the action correctly, like Spider-Man eats shit or like doesn't shoot a web out, he like falls into the fire, and it's like the funniest fucking thing ever. Almost so much so that like doing the correct actions is dumb and silly, and you probably shouldn't. You should just keep failing because failing is like of no consequence. Yeah, but like having these cutscenes with these interaction things that don't actually mean anything is kind of pointless. Like, what's the point in pushing the button?
Again with this?
You have overstepped your bounds, Umberto.
Who are you to speak of bounds? You, who have crowned yourself Lorenzo di Medici, Principe of Firenze.
I've done no such thing.
Of course not. Ever innocent. How convenient. At least now, we see how far your reach extends, which is to say, nowhere at all. It has proved a valuable lesson for me and my allies.
Yes. Your allies, the Pazzi. Is that what this is about?
Be careful with your words, Lorenzo. You might attract the wrong sort of attention.
Wrong sort of attention, eh? I'll get you, bastard. I'll fucking get you. Kill my family, will ye? Who's this Lorenzo Medici guy? The Principe de Firenze, huh? Prince, huh? He said? He probably sounds like a trustworthy figure. Don't look into the history, boys. Yeah, the Medici were perceived as like very popular figures of history. I think, if I remember correctly, from what I can remember in history, like my history courses or study classes, I remember like not liking the Medici in history. I remember them being like the perceived like bad guys throughout their history, because they held like a lot of power, they had a lot of money and stuff like that.
To you as well.
But
I trust you're enjoying yourselves.
we're gonna talk about
Indeed, a nice
this in a little bit,
distraction
actually.
from that nasty business with the Auditore family.
And to think I once thought of Giovanni as a brother.
Don't blame yourself. How could you have known what evils he planned?
I say we strike that traitor's name from the record books. Let history forget he ever even existed.
Yes, if you'll excuse me for a moment.
And now we're gonna just slowly walk up to Umberto, and we're gonna murder the shit out of him. Duh.
Guards! Arrest him! You would have done the same. To save the ones you love.
Yes, I would. And I have. The Auditori are not dead! I'm still here! Me! Ezio! Ezio Auditore!
Yeah, probably not the smartest thing to be shouting. This segment is meant to serve as a record of all I've learned over the past few weeks in the event that I am silenced prevented from sharing it with you myself. Understand first that Duke of Milan's murder was no mere political maneuver. Rather, it was but a piece of a conspiracy that reaches far beyond Firenze, counting members in Roma, Firenze, and Furli, Attached to this note is a list, or rather the sort of one, of those I know to be guilty. Its contents are by no means complete, but I intend to rectify that shortly. I can however say that with certainty that the Pazzi family is involved. We must move quickly to question Francesco before he buys his freedom from prison. Doing so will surely add more names to the list. I already have my suspicions as to who these men are, given that their deeds bear all the hallmarks of an old enemy. I fear the note abruptly ends here. So yeah, that's the note we were supposed to give Umberto earlier. And every time we do one of these assassin missions, we actually have a database we can look into.
Umberto Alberti, trusted friend of the Auditore family. According to the history books, this guy was a saint. He prosecuted murderers, rapists, the worst criminals. One of the best lawyers in Italy, he won every case, in spite of the fact that he was self-taught. Now, I found a back door into the Templars' database server. I've been combing it for some kind of smoking gun. I found it. Apparently, Uberto's family was evicted by the Medici Bank. Uberto's been aching for revenge ever since. And the Templars promised him support. Ezio's father was standing in the way, and Umberto was jealous of his influence over the Florentine government. Two birds with one stone, isn't it? It looks like Umberto used his election to the Signoria as his opportunity to strike.
My love, I put these thoughts to paper in the hope that I might one day have the courage to share them with you. In time, you'll no doubt learn that I betrayed Giovanni, labeled him a traitor, and sentenced him to die. History will likely judge this to have been a matter of politics and greed. Know that it was not hate that forced my hand, but fear. When the Medici robbed us of all we owned, I found myself afraid. For you, for our son, for the future. What hope in this world for a man without proper means? They offered me money, land, and title in exchange for my collaboration. And so this is how I came to betray my closest friend. However unspeakable the act, it seemed necessary at the time. And even now, looking back, I see no other way.
Yeah, so we typically, the people that we kill in this game tend to be real people, but Umberto, from what people have been searching, from what I've been able to find, have said that he isn't real. So, yeah, he's one of them. But every time we do an assassin's mission, like the one that we just did, we typically have like a video and maybe even a letter that we get to look into, and it tells us a little bit about who these people and or characters were. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but Umberto Alberti, I don't believe is a real person. I don't think so. But we do meet a lot of real people, like Da Vinci, for instance, and Captain Sforzo we'll meet later. Real people. There are a bunch of others we'll be seeing later.
You'll not find fairer prices than these.
And I'll probably name the ones that I know a little bit about. Yeah. So that was the murder, and now we're gonna run away. We're gonna get out of the city. I mean, we just committed a federal offense, and then we told the world. By the way, Ezio, fucking stupid idea for you to say that kind of shit out loud. Why are you incriminating yourself? It's me, Ezio Auditore de Firenze. I lived, and I murdered this guy. Fuck this guy. Why would you say that? You nutter. Although I gotta say that that kill with Umberto Alberti, probably the most satisfying in the game outside of one of the ones near the end. Yeah, they're pretty good. Hey, do you want to build a snowman?
I think it's best I leave Firenze.
Where will you go?
My uncle Mario owns a villa near Monteregioni.
You're still a wanted man, Ezio.
What would you have me do then?
I've seen posters all across the district. Tearing them down will help the city forget your face. No doubt the heralds also incite the public. Bribe them, and they'll speak of other things. Or you could hunt those who bear false witness against you. They traded dignity for coin. Their loss would not be mourned. Do any of these things, and you should be free to leave.
Well, I guess we gotta get our notoriety back. Or rather, our anonymity back. So, like she said, we could do 3 things. Bribe heralds, kill false witnesses, which would be this guy right here.
You are between notorious and incognito.
None of those guys saw me kill that guy. That was all a ploy.
This will help you know if you should watch your actions.
The officials are 75% notoriety decrease.
Or not.
I know, having so many people talk at the same time, I'm so sorry. But posters give 25%, officials give 75%, and heralds give 50% notoriety decreases. So yeah, definitely whenever you see one of those guys just roaming around, kill them. They only appear, though, after a certain point has been filled in your notoriety. I want to say it's like above 50 is when they start appearing. Heralds always have their own spots, so you can always give money to lower your thing, but I don't like wasting my money, especially early game, so I'm probably not going to do that for a little while. But, yeah. One more mission should do it. Let's talk back to Paola, who I don't think is real.
Bentornato, Ezio. Were you successful?
Yes. Madre?
Ezio, where have you been? They wouldn't let us leave. And Mother, oh, she hasn't spoken a single word since we left the house. Father will need to sort things out. Where is Father? And Federico? And Petruccio? Hmm?
Something's happened.
What do you mean? No, it's impossible.
Claudia,
No.
I did everything I could, Piccina. Listen, right now what matters is getting us all someplace safe. But to do that, I need you to stay focused. Do you understand? Good. Will you watch over Mother for me? Then we are ready. Thank you again for everything.
Stay safe, Ezio. Stay vigilant. I suspect the road ahead is yet long.
Time to say arrivederci. Alberti.
Right,
Up, and that's the name of this video. Great. Well, then that is it. Title, video, end video, end card. We're good. We done it. I said the title of the movie. Alright, so for this mission, you don't want your mother and your sister to get hurt, so your best option is to not be seen. These little bards, these loot players, they will get in your way and they will cause a distraction, and it can be rather annoying because what happens is the only real way to get them out of your way is to punch them. You can't really like push them or shove them on the way. But they cause a scene, and if you have anything more than nothing in your anonymity, guards will start seeing you. So like, as you can see, they'll start playing for you. You really can't do much about it. You can punch them in the face, or you can give them some money. Get the fuck out of here. And then they'll start crowding around, and sometimes when they start crowding around, they can actually act as a blending spot for you to hide in. So yeah, throwing money can be super duper useful. Again, early game, don't really like throwing the money just because I like saving it, but it's just 10 florins, really not too bad. Yeah, so we're just gonna walk through the town. Once it breaks, we can do a little jog, but jogging also causes people to see you, and I'm not really one for trying to get my family injured, so we're just gonna take this slow. It really isn't too bad. As you can see, we can just kind of run through the guards. They're not really going to pay too much attention. The loot players aren't going to bother us. But here we're gonna give money to a courtesan, and then we're going to look at a guard, and they're going to distract the guards. Courtesans also allow you to blend in and then walk with you while you're walking around in a group. The thing is, if a guard happens to walk near you while with courtesans, they'll break away and distract the guard automatically, leaving you with 2, so you have like 2 chances to have a group. Yeah.
Pauline.
How could this have happened to us?
I don't know.
We're gonna keep going a little bit. I just want to make sure she says everything.
Will we ever be back?
I don't know. Let's go.
What will happen to our house?
I don't know.
Were they given a proper burial?
Yes, they were.
Well, we're still not done. We still have a little bit left to see. But we're probably going to meet one of the most important characters in Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know if he is a real person, so let me double check look real quick. Okay, no, I don't think he's real.
Segue me.
Well, we're gonna follow all the way down into Montegione, I believe is where we're heading.
Buongiorno, Ezio. How could you leave Firenze without saying a proper goodbye?
Ezio!
What do you want, Vieri?
So many things. A larger palazzo, 2 new steeds, a prettier bride. Oh, and yes, your life. My condolences for the loss of your father and brothers. What will happen now?
So yeah, with the hidden blade, we get to kill people from behind.
I grow tired of this game. Finish him, and do not spare the women. What sorcery is this?
Not sorcery, boy. Skill.
Show yourself.
As you wish. Here, use this.
Kill them! Kill them all!
And with the sword, we're also able to kill people from behind. So any weapon, except for the fist, I believe, you have the ability to kill people from behind. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So while in combat, sometimes you'll be seeing a guard fight like a mercenary or even our family or whatever. And you could just simply walk up to someone, start locking on, and just kill them immediately. So you don't even have to fight them. You can do that with any weapon. The hidden blade also gives you 2 chances to kill 2 people for free. So you can thin out groups of enemies really quickly without having to spend 20 minutes fighting. But yeah, super useful.
You have my thanks.
Keep the sword, Ezio.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Don't you recognize me? It's a me, Mario!
Uncle Mario?
It's been too long, Nipote. Far too long. I heard what happened in Firenze. Terrible. Come, let's get you all away from here.
And just like that, we met our Uncle Mario Auditore. And we're on to Joni. So next time, we'll continue the story. See y'all then. Goodbye.